Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. The foreclosure and eviction moratoriums have been extended yet again. In addition, the deadline to request an initial mortgage forbearance for those with an FHA loan has also been extended. The key word there is initial because I'm seeing a lot of misinformation out there, which is one of the main reasons why I'm making this video for you. There's lots to discuss here, so please smash the like button and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's go ahead and dive right into the video. The Federal Housing Finance Agency, or the FHFA, announced the extension of the foreclosure and eviction moratorium until February 28, 2021. This applies to mortgage loans that are backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. This foreclosure moratorium only applies to single-family homes, not multifamily properties. The previous moratorium was set to expire at the end of January. In addition, for homeowners with a mortgage backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, you still can request from your loan servicer, which is the company you pay your mortgages to get up to a 12-month forbearance, which basically means you can stop paying your mortgage for up to 12 months. However, here's a key change that I noticed, and this is very important to know about this. So it says on their website, you can request a forbearance whether their hardship was caused by COVID-19 or not. Wow, because according to the CARES Act that was passed in late March of last year, you only can enter into a mortgage loan forbearance if you had a financial hardship due to COVID-19, whether indirectly or directly. To show you proof of this, I actually looked up the CARES Act bill itself. Again, this is the act that was passed in late March of last year. I looked on page 210, and it says the following. A borrower with a federally backed mortgage loan experiencing a financial hardship due directly or indirectly to the COVID-19 emergency may request a forbearance on the federally backed mortgage loan. Now, the big difference is, of course, you simply only have to have a hardship. It doesn't have to be related to COVID-19. And of course, here's another friendly reminder that you are not required to make a one-time balloon payment of all your missed mortgage payments when exiting your forbearance if you have a federally backed mortgage. That is a common myth. So in general, there are a few options that you may qualify for, including a repayment plan, loan deferral, or a loan modification. Check out consumerfinance.gov or knowyouroptions.com for more information about that. And I also made a video about that as well, about what options homeowners have once they exit their forbearance. And I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. And changing gears slightly, I also noticed that for FHA-backed single-family mortgages, the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums were extended until March 31st as well. So together, this is causing foreclosures and evictions to be at very, very low levels. In mortgage forbearance news, I noticed that the Federal Housing Administration, or the FHA, announced an extension of forbearances for homeowners who have an FHA loan. Now, this is super important because this is where I'm seeing a lot of misinformation about this, which is one of the purposes of this video. I'm not going to name names, so let's go over exactly what this announcement says so we can have a clear picture about what is really going on here. It states that the Federal Housing Administration, or the FHA, announced it will execute the Biden administration's request to extend the deadline for borrowers with FHA-insured mortgages who are struggling financially due to COVID-19 to request and receive mortgage payment forbearance from their mortgage loan servicer. Again, that's the company you pay your mortgage to. It goes on to say that the new deadline is March 31st, 2021, allowing borrowers additional time to request and obtain up to 6 months of an initial pause in their mortgage payments. The key word there is initial because this is not giving you an additional 6 months on top of the 12 months that is already allowed in order to have a mortgage loan forbearance. In other words, if you have not entered into a forbearance yet, you have until March 31st to do so unless it gets extended yet again. It goes on to say in this report that the FHA requires mortgage servicers to provide up to 6 months of COVID-19 forbearance when a borrower requests the assistance and up to an additional 6 months of COVID-19 forbearance for borrowers who request an extension of the initial forbearance plan. This is super important because you do not get an automatic forbearance. You have to reach out to your loan servicer and request one. In addition, if you want to have a forbearance that's longer than 6 months, you also have to reach out to your loan servicer and request a 6-month extension. Please, please follow the rules here. These extensions on evictions and foreclosures and an initial request to do a forbearance is all very timely because I noticed that Black Knight recently reported that the number of people exiting forbearance continues to slow, with only 41,000 borrowers leaving their plans this week. This is a very low amount of people exiting their forbearance because we have about 2.7 million homeowners who are still in forbearance right now. You can see the slowdown on this graphic on Black Knight's website. The number of active forbearances peaked in May of 2020, as you can see there, with nearly 5 million homeowners in forbearance plans at that time. That number has decreased significantly through October 2020, but the numbers have more or less flattened since then. Also, according to Black Knight, 24% of active forbearance plans are set to expire in March. This equates to about 600,000 homeowners, so it's going to be very interesting to see what these homeowners do when they exit their mortgage loan forbearance. Certainly, they have a lot of options if they do have a federally backed mortgage. However, some folks certainly are not going to be able to start paying their mortgages again if they still do not have a job when they exit their forbearance plan. And if you're curious what homeowners have been doing when they exit their forbearance plan, the Mortgage Bankers Association has some really good data regarding this. And if you know me, I love great data. So here it is. So according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, they looked at forbearance exits from the time period from June 1st, 2020 through January 24th, 2021. So 28.6% represent borrowers who continue to make their monthly payments during their forbearance period. This just means that they continue to make their mortgage payment even though they didn't have to. 25.5% resulted in a loan deferral / partial claim. This basically means that they will pay off all their missed payments when they sell or refinance their mortgages. 15.6% result in reinstatements, in which past due amounts are paid back when exiting forbearance. This basically means that 15% paid off their missed payments in one lump sum payment, even though they didn't have to. 13.4% represent borrowers who did not make all their monthly payments and exited forbearance without a loss mitigation in place. Contact your loan servicer. Do not exit your forbearance without contacting the company that you pay your mortgage to. In addition, 7.5% resulted in a loan modification or trial loan modification. This basically means you modify the interest rate or term of your mortgage in order to reduce your mortgage payment. So around 7.5% did a loan modification. In addition, 7.5% resulted in loans paid off through either a refinance or by selling their home. The remaining 1.9% resulted in repayment plans, short sales, deeds in lieu, or other reasons. So to briefly summarize that for you, over 50% of the homeowners who exited their forbearance plan so far just continue to make their mortgage payments during their forbearance plan, even though they were not required to if they have a federally backed mortgage. In addition, the other part of that 50% or 50+% just did a loan deferral or a partial claim. So it's going to be very interesting to see what these 600,000 homeowners are going to do in March when their 12-month forbearance plan expires. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and also hit the like button if you appreciate real estate market updates just like this one. Videos like these tend to take hours, so I really appreciate your support. Also, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks, compliments of WeBull, when you deposit $100 on their platform. I'll leave a link below for that, and that's running for a limited time promotion. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.